What would you do if your HOA got so power hungry that they burned your house to the ground just because you refused to join? That's exactly what happened to me. But the part they didn't know? I'm a federal judge with more power than they could ever imagine. And when the smoke cleared, it wasn't my life in ruins. It was theirs. I bought a quiet property on the edge of town, a place with woods, open land, and a house that I'd poured years of hard work into. I wanted peace. But peace and HOAs don't mix. Within a week of moving in, the HOA president, your typical Karen, knocked on my door with a membership packet. She insisted I was required to join. I calmly explained. My property deed specifically excluded me from their jurisdiction. My land had its own parcel and was never tied to their little HOA empire. Karen didn't like hearing no. First came the fines taped to my door, even though they had no authority. Then came the letters claiming I owed dues. Then came the threats. I ignored them. I knew the law was on my side. But instead of backing down, they escalated. One night, while I was away on official business, I got a call from my neighbor. "Judge, your house. It's on fire." By the time I returned, my home was nothing but ashes. Investigators found accelerants, clear proof of arson, and there was only one group bold or stupid enough to try it. The HOA thought they'd taught me a lesson. What they didn't realize is who I was. See, I wasn't just some quiet homeowner. I was a federal judge. And not just any judge, one known for handing down stiff sentences to organized crime, fraud rings, and yes, corrupt HOAs. The next morning, I didn't call the local cops. I called in the feds. Within 24 hours, subpoenas went out. Their financial records were seized. Phone logs pulled. Emails recovered. Every threat they'd ever sent me became federal evidence. Karen and her board showed up at a meeting, laughing like they'd won. Imagine their faces when, mid-meeting, federal agents walked to the door with warrants in hand. Fraud, racketeering, arson, conspiracy. The list of charges was longer than their bylaws. They weren't just dealing with a cranky neighbor anymore. They were facing federal prosecution. When Karen saw me in the courtroom a few weeks later, her smug smile vanished. Because I wasn't sitting in the gallery. I was on the bench, gavel in hand. Conflict of interest meant I wouldn't preside over the specific case, but the symbolism was clear. They had set fire to the home of someone who had dedicated his life to the law, and the law was about to burn them. The HOA was dissolved, their assets seized, and every one of them faced prison time. The ones who set the fire, they got the maximum. No parole,